All right, guys, here we are in the hospitality room in beautiful Odessa, Ukraine, and the second social just ended a couple days ago, and it's pretty quiet in here right now in the hospitality room, but Russell wandered in, so he was kind enough to jump in. Well, we kind of grabbed him, but he was kind enough not to fight too hard and came in on camera. And we're with Kate, who's the assistant office manager here, who does an amazing job in helping us set up all the dates. Russell, is Kate being nice to you on the tour?
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
That's great. So, Russell, how did you first even learn of this opportunity to do something like this?
I actually found out about this for a friend of mine that lives in San Antonio.
Oh.
That's the same age, same name. We were talking about dating, and this site came up. So he gave me the address, and I got on it, and here I am.
Did he do it?
Yes, he's on it too. He was supposed to come with me, but couldn't make it at the last minute.
Oh my gosh! So he got you to go, and then he bailed, and then you came?
Oh, I'll give him a hard time, yes. I sent him all kind of lovely pictures. He wished he was here.
Oh, is he regretting it now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's great. Well, maybe he'll come again some other time. So you must have had expectations in your mind. I mean, you know how people are.
Right.
They're thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? All this stuff is probably going through your mind. So now that you've been through most of it already, is it what you thought it would be like? Is it different?
No, it's better than what I thought it was going to be like.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really been a good experience, yes.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. Okay. It's always better when it's better than what you thought. What about the people in general in the Ukraine? I mean, are they friendly?
I found most people to be very friendly and helpful when they can be and speak English. Most of them have a little bit, but there are those that speak fluent. It's really not bad at all.
Okay. And what about the the food and stuff? Are you enjoying it? Is it
The
different?
food is totally awesome. 4-star all the way. I can't tell you I'm enjoying that as much as going out.
Are you really? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So you're not hitting the McDonald's or the. And Russell, we did a little bit of a different trip here because we started in Kiev, right? Mm-hmm. And then we took this crazy overnight train through the Ukraine to Odessa. And this was about a 9-hour train ride.
Yes.
Have you ever experienced anything like that before?
Never. No.
So what did you think of that? What would you tell guys about that?
That was pretty awesome too. Never drank vodka or Russians either, but there's always a first time for everything.
We can't talk about the vodka on the train. That's a secret that never happened. So we have to talk about
You weren't there though.
Thank you. I was not there. So funny. Okay, now here's the $1 million question that we have to ask Russell, right, about the social. So, what did you think when you walked into that first social in Kyiv? Was it what you were thinking? I mean, because most guys at their first AFA social, well, I won't say most, but some guys are a little intimidated, might go hide by the bar. You didn't seem to be too intimidated. You seemed to handle it pretty well. But what did you think?
I walked in and it was like, oh my. I've been heard, but I had no idea. There were 400 plus ladies in this place. And 22 guys.
But you had an assistant there who navigated you.
I had an assistant by my side all the time, yes. A translator. Very nice.
And that helped you?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. And so you were able to navigate. It seemed like you did pretty well. You were able to get around and talk to many of the women, right?
Oh, yes.
So have you ever experienced anything like that in the States?
Not even close. Closest thing would be going to a beauty pageant, and good luck there.
And then you had the same support in Kyiv as you're getting here in Odessa from the staff there, and they treated you fairly well?
Oh, yes. Everything's planned out, organized, help you through everything. Dinner reservations, flowers, transportation, interpreters, everything.
Okay, so everything you needed? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And now you're here, you went through the social here. Was the second social easier for you?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And more laid back.
Was it easier to remember girls in the morning who you met on the social?
The names are very hard and a lot of them are the same, so take good notes.
Okay. There is one more reason why we always make a big, really long consultation before a social for interpreters, because we always ask them, Mark, please, this lady was in a red dress or in a blue with the blue eyes, because very often guys come, okay, that was one lady. I didn't speak with her, but I like her. She's seated in that corner for 30 minutes, I don't know, during the social.
So, we were talking, I think last night, and you were showing me many of the women, that you had a chance to date. And this is about dating. It's about getting to know each other, right? And some men are a little bit worried about that. Oh my gosh, I don't want to feel like I'm playing and things like that. But this is about really getting to know each other And the women are going to be dating other men. You're going to be dating other women. And when there's a good connection, you'll know it, right? But the women you were showing me were absolutely beautiful. And you were going out on these different dates with these different women. And some of them looked a little bit different than their photos. Like that one you showed me, right? I kept showing you, wait, show this to me again, because there was one photo on the site, and then the photo that you took, basically. But to you, it looked better than the site,
It
right?
did.
So are you seeing that most of the women that you're seeing are looking similar to what's on the site, or better?
They're
or?
very close to the photos I have on the site.
Yeah.
You understand, they are glamour shots, so you got to go with that.
Right. But I was really surprised at that one you were showing me yesterday, because it was much different.
Obviously.
I know. I kept looking like he's got to show you this one, because this was really, really interesting. Because all the makeup and everything, she did look much different, but she was still very attractive, just in a different way. But women change their appearance all the time. How do you guys do that? I mean, it's amazing how they can just change their appearance with the hair, with the makeup, with the different things like that. So yeah. And the one-on-one dates that you're going out on, I mean, are those interesting for you? Is it? I mean,
yes, meeting a lot of interesting people: lawyers, doctors, physicians. I mean, you name it. Accountants. Yes, last night, very nice.
Is the conversation difficult?
No, not really. Some have good English and some do not, but they're very understanding and very helpful. And we laugh a lot about the mistakes and the differences in words. Okay. But it works out really well.
All right. I know you got to get out of here because you got dates to do, so we're not going to keep you much longer, okay? Just a couple more. Do you have any other questions right off the top of your head?
I spoke with Russell a lot.
Okay, all right, so that's fine. Okay. So the only other thing I would say, Russell, is if there is somebody out there, because maybe you had didn't sound like you had a lot of trepidation or you were too worried about coming. You just kind of heard about it and you just did it. You're like, okay, this is going to be cool, I think, and you went and did it. But I was at a seminar recently, and this is not a lie. One of the men that were there said that he's been looking at this for 20 years. We've been in business for 25 now. He's been looking at us for 20 years, and he finally thinks he's ready to go, and he put down his deposit. I'm like, oh my God, you waited 20 years to do this? He goes, people kept telling me not to do it, and I was going to lose a kidney, I was going to do this, all this stuff you hear, because our imagination always is worse than reality, and it scares us. What would you say to someone out there, now that you're here, you did it, you still have all your body parts, I think.
Yeah. Last I lived.
Or at least what you came with, you still have, okay? So what would you say to someone out there who's thinking about this, from just someone who just came?
Just go ahead and take the jump. Do it. Sitting online, talking is talking. That's virtual reality. This is real. And this is the real thing. So.
You heard it, guys. I mean, yeah, just do it, like Nike says, huh? All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Go out there and knock them dead.
We will.
I've been here 6 times, and this was kind of going to be my last trip. When the tour was over, you guys said, no, one more woman we'd like you to meet. I think my life is going to get a whole lot better from this moment on. Everything I've wanted.
Can you tell the message to all the guys who are afraid to come to Ukraine or who are afraid to come from the United States that they never traveled abroad?
I can tell them to get off the backsides and come over here. The very least you're going to get is a fantastic vacation. the very best you can get is to meet someone like this, who is so wonderful and marvelous. I would never find anyplace else. That's what I have to tell them. Get up, get going.
I'm very happy.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, Tosha. Oh, for you guys, yeah, Tosha is me too.
Да, пригласили меня на встречу с Дональдом.
She's glad that we invited her on a date with you, that we
Yeah.
arranged it.
Да,
So am I. I'm real glad
да,
about it.
я очень счастлива, что это, я даже не верю, что это все сейчас происходит со мной.
She's very happy. She cannot believe that everything happened with her right now.
Yes.
Когда я шла на первое свидание, я даже не ожидала, что будет такой хэппи-энд.
She didn't expect when she was going on the first day. She didn't expect that it's going to be happy ending like that.
Yes.
Да, я
Yes.
очень счастлива.
Well, it can be a happy ending when you meet the woman that is an absolute perfect match.
И на протяжении всех встреч наших я поняла, что очень хороший человек, очень внимательный.
During all the meetings, she understood that he's very caring.
Я просто
A very good
не
person.
смогла устоять.
She
перед
couldn't
таким
stand
предложением.
in the front of
Это было,
offer like
конечно,
that.
очень неожиданно для меня.
It wasn't expected for her.
Well, sometimes the things you don't expect are the best things that happen to you.
Да,
Right? Yes?
да,
Yeah?
yes, да.
We're really happy for our couples, and if you guys want to meet the one, AFA waiting for you. Our staff always working on matchmaking, on making couples, and to make people more happy, like these guys.
Yeah. So get up and get going, guys. What's your problem?
Hello guys, this is Odessa, Ukraine, and I'm happy to tell you that our lockdown is over. It is over almost in all Ukraine. Kyiv and Odessa definitely over, and all the restaurants are open. Our shopping mall is open. Our office is open during the regular working hours, and we're waiting for you here. Yes, we still have to keep the distance. We still have to be a little bit more careful than usual. I will ask my assistant Kate to show you a little bit more around Odessa, to show you what's going on outside right now, because I have to work.
If you ever been in Odessa, you probably know this place. There is a heart of our city. We call it Deribassovskaya Street. And that is one of the most famous places for guys in our city, because there is a lot of restaurants and a lot of cute, cozy places. And guys, the good news, all these restaurants work again. And there is not so crowded as you see, but still enough people, and it's open. So actually that is a big plus for now, because there is less people than usually. Everything opened and you can enjoy our sunny weather. Every day we have more and more restaurants that opened, more and more places that was closed, that were closed previously. And the good news for you guys, our beaches and our parks are also open. There is almost no borders anymore.
Ukraine, Odessa in general is a safe place to come, especially if you come in during our tours when you have tour leader from United States and you have totally our attention and our support. But anyway, anytime, our support is 24/7 for you. Our offices are open in Odessa, Nikolaev, Kyiv, all over Ukraine. We will be with you on the phone, we will be with you on Viber or WhatsApp, any messengers, to protect you and to help you in Ukraine. All our offices are working for you right now, even on a distance. We're working and we're trying to help you guys, for you to get to succeed in your search. What I would recommend you is to make a list of questions. What do you want to hear from us? What information you want to get from us? Know about our culture, know about our ladies. Please make the questions and send them to us, and we will definitely answer them in our next video.
My name is John Adams with the Foreign Affair, and I want to thank all of you for coming tonight.
Hi guys, today we're gonna talk about packing and preparing for the trip. Before you get your suitcase out of the closet, please check the weather at your destination. You would be amazed how many people forget umbrella or raincoat. And anyway, let's pack your luggage first. So take all the items you want to take with you, spread it all out on the bed or couch, and see if there are any duplicate items or something you don't need or something you're missing. You might want to use different apps like Packing Pro that will help you to create customized list. So if you enter your destination, the weather, how many people are traveling, it will help you set up a list, tell you which items you need to bring. You can upload images and it will tell you which items you also need to go ahead and buy. So once you get all that stuff, start packing. You might want to use the different organizers. You can buy them on Amazon or any other online store. You would be amazed of what selection you can find. And the good thing about luggage organizers is that, first of all, it will be easier for you to find the item you're looking for without messing, your entire suitcase up. And second, it will save you a lot of space in this suitcase, so you can put more stuff in it, actually. So once we're done with the luggage, let's move on to carry-on. And remember the TSA rule, you can bring 3.4 ounces of liquid per each item, and it needs to be stored in a clear bag. Of course, everybody knows that. So also I suggest to bring a set of clothes with you in your carry-on. try to squeeze it in. You might need it later. In case if your luggage is lost, you might have to go a couple days without extra set of clothes, and that's when it's gonna come in handy. After that, you might wanna bring an empty water bottle because you need to stay hydrated during the flight, and water at the airport is pretty expensive. So if you bring empty bottle, take it through TSA, you can always refill it later on. So the next thing, don't forget your international travel documents, credit cards, and cash. And you might want to call your bank and let them know that you're traveling abroad, otherwise they might block your credit card, and it's not gonna be fun if that ever happens. Another thing to remember, you might need to do some vaccination. So do some research before you're preparing for your trip, so maybe even a couple months prior, because some vaccines require a couple months to kick in before you go. And don't forget the chargers for your electronic devices, whatever it is, laptops, cell phones. And if you travel international, you might want to research the power converters and bring it with you rather than buying it there in your destination. And once your luggage is packed, let's prepare your home, for living. So turn off all the appliances, shut down water. You leave your key with your trusted friend, give them your itinerary, just in case, you never know. Check on your homeowner or mortgage or renter's insurance just to see if there's additional steps you need to take. If you're leaving for 30 days, there might be something else you would need to do. And stop your newspaper delivery, and you should be all good to go. Good luck.
I would like to know if you have any kind of allergies or restriction, something that you cannot eat or maybe that you don't like. Maybe seafood, goat, pork.
As long as it's not crawling, I'm good. Thank you.
That was amazing.
That's really tender. Yeah. This is shrimp juice. Yeah, you'll like it. Bon appetit.
You're gonna remember this the rest of his life.
I'm gonna remember this for the rest of his life.
The most basic man that eats ketchup and spaghetti.
Avery, your turn.
It's good. It tastes good.
What is it? It's food.
You have to do it. This is what we're gonna get on every. Just pick it up.
No.
Pick it up. You said with fingers first.
You gotta follow the instructions.
Yeah. Chew it.
Chew it.
You said you didn't chew it.
No, that's an oyster.
Definitely one chew swallow. You're gonna dropping. That one's pretty good, huh? That's very pretty. I feel like my teeth are going to be stained like 5 different colors after today.
We're using the phone. We're using the phone to translate at the moment. Did you have a good time? Let's go. Let's go. What is that? The translator that I had, Yvonne, this was her first time translating. So I felt like I was kind of training them both.
Hey, but that's good. You already were on dates, so you know how it is.
Right. Yeah. No, but she was fantastic. But when she walked into the cafe, I thought, oh my God. Thank you. Yeah. So you understand a little English?
¿Tú entiendes un poquitico de inglés?
Sí, a little.
Poquito. Yeah.
I'm feeling good. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. No expectations. You don't do these things with expectations. You take it one girl at a time. It's just meeting. It's just meeting girls. The first table to get into the groove because it's kind of different, the flow here as opposed to the Ukraine. Because here your translator kind of already has all the information on you, so she kind of takes the lead. And she introduces me to everyone. Then she has everyone introduce themselves and stuff. And because of course we're doing the speed dating thing, so we're limited for time. That's it.
Are you ready to get married?
Right now? No, not right now.
Only the beginning.
Yeah. Not right now, dude.
We are joined by the very beautiful and gracious Sylvia. Sylvia from Cartagena, Colombia. Sylvia, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, George, for the invitation.
So guys, I want to bring Sylvia on today because it's really interesting. She participated in our social events that we just recently concluded in Cartagena, Colombia. Sylvia actually met a very nice gentleman and decided to come up and just get to know each other better, right?
Right.
She also was gracious enough to come in and talk a little bit about her experience with a foreign affair and how it all kind of works. You've been on the site now for how long?
4 years.
4 years?
4 years, yes.
How many times has someone called you from our office for a date in the last 4 years?
Really? 2 times.
Only 2 times.
Only 2 times.
In 4 years, guys, she's only had 2 of you come down and ask to meet one-on-one, right? That's
Right.
amazing. So I talk about this all the time, is the opportunity that is there. I mean, you're serious about trying to find someone, yes?
Yes.
You want to get married again?
Yes, of course.
So this is why you joined the service.
Yes, I want a serious relationship. I divorced 6 years ago, but I'm looking for a special person, but a serious relationship. So I want to marry again, but all is a process. So I know that.
And you thought that by joining a foreign affair, that would give you a broader opportunity to meet
Yes.
men from other countries, possibly?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you mentioned that you had some problems, some issues with the men in Colombia, and you view the men in Colombia as being different from, say, the men in the United States.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit what that difference is that you think?
Okay, I consider that the culture is different, and in many countries you found many girls and many men, but you want a serious relationship, but the Colombians men, some
Yeah,
men,
not all,
not
not
general,
all.
yes, not all, but it's very, I don't know the word in English, when you have a structured person, machista, wants to the woman like how he wants.
Right.
But yes, it's difficult. But the other problem is in the world there are many beautiful women. So I consider that the respect is very important. Okay, so many in Colombia have many. It's simple, but it's common. The beautiful women and the men's cheating, entonces. So it's difficult. You want a man, a woman, serious relationship, but it's general because in all parts of the world are the same. But in Colombia, it's hard. It's hard situation.
Very interesting. So you feel that the Colombian men are not as loyal in the marriage, that they may have a mistress, they may have others.
Yes.
And that's very common.
Yes,
there.
very common.
Do you feel then that Western men are going to treat you more equally? So in the relationship, it'll be more equal.
Yeah.
As opposed to in Colombia, where the man is really asking and demanding more from you.
Yes, and demanding, but the Colombian women are very dedicated to the home, to the house. But the men maybe have many things about that, but don't appreciate.
Right, don't appreciate it.
Don't appreciate
so
that.
you're doing all this stuff
so,
because the house, the family is very important to you.
Of course. The culture to Colombian is very important to the family, to the house, to the conservation. But maybe the man have things but don't appreciate that. So this is the problem.
I understand. People will say, well, the only reason that you're joining a foreign affair is because you want to escape Colombia.
Okay.
To move to the United States because it's better. But I know many men who met Colombian women and moved to Colombia. They got married and the man moved to Colombia and lives in Bogota or lives in Medellin or Cartagena. would that be a problem for you? If you met an American man and he wanted to live in your country, would that be okay for you?
Yes, both. For me,
Both?
no problem. Yes, I'm looking for a special man. So don't import that the situation in America or Colombia, because Colombia is a beautiful country, but America too. So when you have a connection, don't import the place. Import is the connection.
Right. So you're
Right.
not worried about the place
Yes.
so much. You're
Yeah.
worried about the man. That's what's most important to you.
Yes. The important is the man and the connection in the relationship, and whatever place, for me, it's okay.
Even if it's Colombia.
Yes.
Right. Okay,
Right.
good. So you've attended socials, this is what, maybe 3 times?
3 times. Yes.
What, 2017?
2017, 2018, and now 2020.
Okay. And what did you think of the social when you first went to the social?
The first time was very difficult for me because when I entered to the social meeting, I'm looking for many women, and I scared. No. But in this social, I found a friend, and she says, "Silvia, yo, hello." I was saying, "Okay, let's go. Okay, enjoy the meeting." But in this occasion, you can know that there are many alone women. So yes, looking for someone. So it's interesting.
So it's a good opportunity for the men, you would say.
Yes, of course.
Because it gives everyone the opportunity to meet very, very quickly to see. So the first 2 socials you went to, you didn't meet anyone that you liked, or there was no connection for you, no?
No connection. No connection, because it's many women, but a little men.
Right.
So it's difficult. The men appreciate all women because the time is, for this reason, it's good when they found a website and maybe no sé, see a video, see a photos, and you have general imagine about what do you looking for in a woman. I don't know, but it's good. It's good because you have an opportunity to know people. Maybe you only with the looking, you say you have a connection, but it's an excellent opportunity.
And at this very last social that you went to, which you almost didn't go to, right? You weren't going to go, and your friend talked you into going, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go.
Yes.
And you made a pretty good connection at this social.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely, I have to stay in this meeting this year because I have a connection with somebody.
You've been to the United States before, right?
Yes.
And some guys might be wondering, well, John, how did she get there so easily? We don't do the fiance visa, all that, but you have a visa to come to the United States.
Yes, I have. I stay here 5 times.
You've been here 5 times,
Yes.
right? So, and this happens more and more, guys. I'm running into more and more women who are from other countries who have a visa that can travel. So it makes it a little bit easier to develop the connection, right? Because now you can come up and visit, which you're doing.
This is important, yes.
Right, because if you didn't have a visa, which some in Colombia don't have, not everyone has one.
Yes.
It makes it more difficult because then you have to meet other places or do the fiance visa right away, which is more pressure. And I understand that.
It's important to know that you found in event different profiles to women. Maybe women doesn't have visa, but others have. So it's all.
So what do you like about the United States that's different than Colombia? Is there...
Oh, it's very different. It's very different because Colombia is a happy country, enjoy everything, but no, I think that the Colombia can be better country, but okay, have a problems, political problems, economic problems, but in general it's a good country. But in America you have developed, you have estabilidad, o sea, good life, right, and it's good because when you want to progress in your life, you need good things.
Right.
So America for this part is better than Colombia.
No. But I'll tell you, the one thing I love about Colombia is the The women are absolutely beautiful, as you can see, sitting next to me with Sylvia. But the smile, I always tell, when guys ask me, like, what's the difference between Colombia and some of the other places you go to? One of the things I always say is the immediate warmth and happiness you feel from the women when you go there and you meet. Because right away they have this big smile and they embrace you, and you can just see it. It's open. And it's so nice to see when you walk into that room of the social, let's say, and these women are there and they all have this great smile and everything, and you feel like you just walk up and talk with no problem. And it's really, really easy. I talk to men all the time because there's so many men out there that are afraid to go to places like Colombia for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, the country itself or what's going to happen when they go and meet the women. But you've been there. You've seen some of these guys coming over there. I mean, if there's a man out there right now that's watching this, what would you tell him? About Colombia and going to Colombia to meet women? Would you encourage him to go, or what would you say?
Okay, the first thing is give the opportunity to know this country, because it's not exactly the news or the other bad things about Colombia. When you come in Colombia, you found happy people, culture different, good food, good place. Cartagena is a beautiful city. Medellin, Cali, Bogota. You found different place, different food, different people. But in general, it's a good country. But I only say that give the opportunity for know my country. No permit that the other people talk about bad things, about then appreciate about Colombia. But give the opportunity. It's only my recommendation.
Absolutely. You never know until you go. Cartagena is a big tourist destination. You have cruise ships that come in there. A lot of tourists go there.
It's a tourist city.
Very much of a tourist city.
Yes.
And it's very safe. The police want to make sure that it stays safe because they want the tourists to come, right?
Right.
So I've been there many, many times and never any issues or problems. So that's wonderful. Is there any tips that you would give to men about what Colombian women like?
Okay, and the men, the important thing is honestly, is first. That honestly, that say true, because it's important that you.
So you want that trust. You want that honesty.
Trust, confidence. Yes, honestly, and. I think that the man, it's important that men care the woman.
Care about.
So, yeah, care about the romantic men, because the men, Colombian men are romantic. I won't find other people bad. Romantic is important. It's important that pay attention about the situation, about the woman, about the special things, special dates. Because it's the culture, Colombia culture. Yeah, it's important.
You know, I always say this too, guys, is that romance is a very important part of this. The
hot relationship is very important too.
Hot relationship, I like that, yeah.
Yes.
Strong.
Strong.
But it is important. You should have that chemistry, you know? It shouldn't just be a job interview.
Know that this person real is interested in her. Yes.
Mm-hmm. More and more of you should go there, guys. It's easy from the United States to get there. You don't need a visa. You go on your passport. Everything's taken care of, right? The staff, ladies and everybody, they're really, really nice. They take care of all the guys, right? So, yeah, guys, think about it. It's wonderful.
Welcome to the August AFA Bangkok social event.
critics will say, well, you just want to come to America. You just want to go to, you know, England or Germany.
I'm searching not for a country, I'm searching for love. The dream of my life was to move to Odessa. I love water, I love nice nature here. I'm ready for family, and I think my dream will come true. Get inspired, get charged, like from a positive battery with a lot of energy here. Just a very aesthetic place from matter of beauty and culture. Of course, I love when man can be the man and he has his duties, his responsibilities in life and in love. And when a woman totally understanding her differences from man, so she wearing makeup, she dressing feminine, attractive, smiling, so she also shall understand the difference. Because woman, she can be happy only in a family. She can't be happy alone. My heart is open for love. But I can imagine for men it's difficult to make choice when they are surrounded in such a wonderful garden, like with roses, when they are among beautiful Ukrainian women. So for them it's rather difficult to make one choice because you're gonna have only one wife. I saw it only in movies before, but I'm still very optimistic. I'm sure it's the best way to find a really decent man.